Hello. Welcome, everybody. And let's get our co-host. There he is, Don.
Howdy, everybody. Cheers. Yeah, we're going whole hog tonight, boys and gals. We're going to have I have some friends that are going to be watching. And if you're watching, Ann and Bill, hey, and Amy Lynn, my niece down in Dunedin, Florida, cheers. What's happening, Mitch? What's going on? Great intro. That was wonderful. Very exciting. Of course, that's probably the highlight of the show, the intro.
I'm listening to the...
Listening to what?
I'm listening. I'm on YouTube listening to your audio.
Oh, am I too loud? Can we get some...
No, I think you sound good to me.
Because we got the Zoom Q8 to work as my webcam tonight. So how's it sound, everybody? Am I too loud, too light? Of course, everybody's going to be a little different.
It sounds a lot better way better.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, let's say hi to everybody. DR Guitars was second after Zach Thong. Always, wait, that's a tongue twister. Always comes in first early, and then DR Guitars, Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. Zach came back in, message retracted. Zach, there. Hey, DR Guitar. Okay, Paul Lou, Lars Guitars, Larry, G-Man, that's Kim. Hey, guys, Paul Lou. Hey, Paul, dug your telly, man. It don't matter if it's a whatever telly you have. It sounded great. I would have thought it was a custom shop the way it sounded. It sounded really good. And Rick Hefner, he's in. Six Stream Brian, hey Brian, and I think that's it. Daniel Horsley, hey Dan, I just got a notification, Daniel, that you got a new video out. We'll highlight you next week, buddy. Janice Lala, hey Janice. So we got ladies watching. Ann Ridner, there's Ann. Hi Ann, thanks for coming by and watching. I think my wife might be watching. Oh my Lord,
that's your friend, right?
Yeah, Ann Ridner. That is so cool. And so we got ladies in here. I want everybody in the chat to keep it clean tonight. I got ladies. I am a wrench, and I will chop if I need to. So anyway, thanks for stopping, everybody. We got 19 watching already. Holy moly, big show tonight. And Mitch is typing away.
I know. I got it. You know what? I had a mic holder stand, and I sold it for like $10. Now I'm regretting it because it sits on the floor, and I could have put my mic in there, and you wouldn't get all this tapping on the table.
I feel like really professional tonight because we're using the Zoom. How's my picture look? Why am I not?
I was presenting you. You were doing most of the talking.
But on my computer, There we go. Okay. I want to see how
mute that. Mute the audio.
I did. I just wanted to see how it looks on. I think the Q8 looks pretty good. What's everybody think? Q8 look good? Yeah. I think so. All right. So listen, we're going to do a real quick show and tell for the people that didn't see our impromptu test on on Sunday. I got a new toy for my guitars. It is the Boss WL20. See how this works. I don't know if you can really see it. I've got it up by the camp. There you go. And they fit together. One's for the guitar, one's for the amp, or where you start. If I can figure out. Oh, there you go.
One's a transmitter, one's a receiver.
Whatever, something like that. One goes in the guitar. The one my finger's covered up, that goes into the amp, and the one here goes into the guitar. It is very cool. Works good. There is an issue with these. The one that goes in the guitar, when some guitars like a Les Paul, it works fine on mine, but apparently there is a right here. There is a little sensitive thing that hooks up with your guitar, and on some guitars you have to add an extra washer or nut. Yeah, to there so that it gets better contact. But it's very cool, and you really hardly ever have to charge it. One guy on one of the reviews said it has 11 hours of battery time. I thought another guy I think said 5 or 6. I'm going with 5 or 6, but you get a little plug, a little USB thing like that, and you just hook it into your computer. Of course, I know a lot of you guys do phones. One of these times we got to do a survey to see how many people are watching these things with phones and how many people use computer towers or laptops like I use. I'm just curious.
A lot of times
that was our unboxing that didn't get unboxed.
When I'm watching stuff out in the living room, we're watching TV, I'll watch on the phone. It doesn't. You got to type out the whole name. You got to put the @ and I don't do that when I'm on the phone. So that's when I'm not on my computer when I do that.
Oh, okay.
That's a pain. I just chat.
All right. Yeah.
Is the audio all right, guys? Because I can control. There is a thing I can control you separately in StreamYard, Stan.
Because I was too loud when we did.
I just lowered you a little bit.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, I'm a loudmouth anyway.
No. But it's a condenser mic. You got and me, I got a dynamic mic. So I need to be on top of it. And
right.
I don't want to shout either. I don't want to shout.
Yeah, I've seen that as an issue in some streams. Guys, they're too far away. You can't hear
Spacey says 1. Okay, that's good.
All right, cool. Okay, look, Weedy Guitar Studio joined us, and Frank C's there. And anybody else? I
want to comment on that and about your your wireless guitar.
Please do.
Thing.
Please
and actually,
Dan in New Jersey. Dan in New Jersey's there too. All right, go.
Frank sent me an email, so he's got the Line 6 one, right? Well, I'm reading up all about it because I'm I researched it really well. My issue is. They use 2.4 or 5.8 gigahertz, right? My router is right here. It's like a foot away from the Helix. So I'm thinking I'm going to have some issues. We can hear you, Don. we can. You can.
I'm saying hi to my wife. All right, close the door. Come on, you're interrupting the show. Makeup didn't. I called for makeup earlier. They didn't show up. Good.
And they have off-brand ones that are rated really well. Like Moon, I think, had pretty good reviews. They had a 5.8 one for it's like $65, and so that would be my issue. I'm afraid I would have because I could have all these dual band wireless connections throughout my house. I got my my TV, I got my the Roku and the Prime stick. So I'm thinking. You don't have an issue? Is it like a foot away from the router? Literally, it's like, 2 feet away from the router. And I don't want to move this. I mean, I was thinking about doing it anyway. If I have to move it, I can move it. But
Mitch, it's funny you brought that up because then you might want to consider this. Where's this? Okay. So this one, I think it's X Vibe. Does that sound right?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
The X5, I think, has 4 different channels that you can
Well, so does
select.
I think the one I mentioned too had it too. Well, the 5.8, gigahertz.
Yeah, it's X5. I think you might want to consider the X5.
Well, his is close. Dave's router is close to. Dave, what's the brand you have for your wireless?
You have a Sennheiser, or that's Brian?
Dave Our Guitars. He has he's got the one like you. He's got the Boss end of line stick.
Quentin James is in the house. Quentin, what's up, buddy? He doesn't need wireless in my living room. Well, you don't have as many wires as me and Mitch. Me and Mitch have wires all over the place.
Well, I don't mind using wire, but the guitar wire cable, no matter what, they always get tangled up. They get coiled up. I can't find one a tangleless one. I can't find any.
Mine getting tangled in the foot switches of the Helix, the cord for the from the. So I anyway. That's just earth-shattering news there, but that's something that is interesting, and I think.
G-Man got an AirPlay one. Okay, good for the money. G-Man, he bought a Behringer AirPlay.
Okay, good for the money. Yeah. I mean, look, the boss. Look, and this isn't the brag or anything, but the boss is expensive, $200.
Yes, the G10
and the Line 6 is about the same price.
Yeah, about the same thing.
But Mitch, one thing. What happens though is before you start, you put them together. And can you see the lights?
Yeah, you got to pair them
one
up.
green light.
I know how to.
And it finds it'll find a frequency for you.
Right.
So anyway, and when I start playing out at all the clubs and everything, I need something like that.
Your club, see the only club I'm going to play in is this club
right
here.
Exactly. Right? You and me both, brother. You and me both. So. So that's the only thing you're looking at, maybe, is a wireless. You're not looking at any other interfaces or microphones or cameras or anything.
I'm always, between guitars and guitar gear or computer gear, that's the only thing I look at all day long.
Absolutely.
We're watching TV. Like I was telling you, what my wife and I, we got stuck on watching these, Dateline, all these Dateline shows, crime series, right. And. I mean, it's sad, just what
terrible.
People do.
I know. Janet watches them all the time.
But you get it's hypnotic. You can't stop watching it, and you feel for these people and get killed. And anyway, but like I said, I'm always constantly looking at something. I don't need anything, but I'm always looking at something. Used guitars. I look at the Facebook Marketplace. See what's close by.
Right. Hetriani's in the house. Very cool. All right, we've got 26 watching. Wow, 26 watching, 14 minutes in. You people rock. Y'all rock.
You rock.
And, at this time, I think we need to make it clear that this live stream is brought to you by Jameson.
Well, let me bring it back up.
Nectar
Go ahead.
Nectar of the Gods. Jameson, yes. I almost got a bottle of scotch. Because, Hugh Caldwell's our guy from Scotland. And my dad was a scotch drinker. But I tell you, I like that, I told the story. We were at St. Patrick's Day and the gals were doing shooters. And I was just drinking beer because I knew I'd be driving later. It's about 5 years ago or 4 years. I don't know, 3 years ago. I can't remember yesterday. Today is Tuesday. I know today's Tuesday because it's show day. I like having this show every Tuesday because I know what day it is. It's tough to keep. So anyway, the girls are doing all their different colored shooters. They don't care what's in it. It's like, we want a blue one this time. We want a red one. Let's do green, blah. So the barmaid had a Jameson, pin on her thing. I said, I'm not doing one of those fruity things. It doesn't go. I said, let me try that Jameson. I'd never had Jameson before. And for some reason, instead of just throwing it down, normally when I do a shot, I just down the hatch, baby, in a shot glass. But I said, let me taste this. And I sipped it. I said, that's not bad. So I sipped just about the whole thing. And the rest is history. Cheers.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right. So should we highlight videos?
Go ahead.
From the week. So
all right.
This is kind of like this is our big segment that we kind of like do every week. And what I do is I pick out 5, videos of guys playing. Generally, it's guys playing guitars that I think need to be brought to your attention. So first one we're going to highlight is Wes of Hurricane Moon. He's over, the name of his channel, his YouTube channel is Hurricane Moon. And he's over in the UK, and he does a lot. The guy's very talented. He can play the bass, and I think he even does drums. He sings. I wouldn't say singing's his strongest point, but he's very talented. He can sing well. Let's put it that way. So anyway, he did a thing called Daisy Chain Blues. But what was very cool about this video in particular, everything's good. The tune's cool, the singing's good, the guitar playing is very good. But he the guy's decked out. He's got a cool suit. I don't know, some kind of a different kind of jacket. We got to watch it to understand. The licks and vocals are very good and interesting tone dialed in on his guitar for the guitar players out there. I'm not sure what effects change he's got going in there, but between the recipe he mixed together and the way he plays on top, it sounded very good. So that's Hurricane Moon, Daisy Chain. I think Mitch put a link in the channel if you want to click that and mark it for later in the chat. Right. Okay. Then the next one we're going to go is, he used to be Old Man Dan. Now he's Crap Guitar Show. It's not crazy. He's a good guitar player. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why he called it that.
He's not gonna burn up the fretboard like Jimmy Guitar Meets Science. He's not a shredder, but he plays very well, and I don't know. But he probably posts more videos than anybody. The guys that I watch on YouTube, and some of them post a lot. Okay, but. If you go to his channel, the coolest thing about his channel, in my opinion now, IMO, my opinion, okay, is if you go to the About section of his channel, he has absolutely the coolest About. You go click. Some people don't have anything there. Some other people tell you what their channel's about and all. And he tells you about, and he doesn't pull any strings. And he says, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And if I don't like you, in the comments, I'll make you disappear, and because I find what you have is not interesting, or but you got to read it. It's very good. So and the one video that I want to single out of Crap Guitar Show, Old Man. It used to be Old Man Dan. That's how I still think of him as Old Man Dan. Is the one video? It's like if you go to if you click videos on his channel, it's like on the third row, a little bit to the right, From the Ashes. It's just him. He's split the screen. He's no bass or no backing track other than he's playing rhythm guitar in one box and lead guitar on top. And again, he's not real flashy, but what he plays is tasteful. It's right up my alley. Most of the song is 3 chords or 2 chords. There's a 3-chord section, a 2-chord section, and then and then he does have a change, which is a few more involved chords. But I highly recommend it. Okay, so there we go. That's Old Man Dan. So we got Wes Hurricane Moon, Old Man Dan, Crap Guitar Show. Number 3 is my buddy Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. He did a jam to PGH Live Jams backing track. I forget which one it is, but it's one of Jesse's. Spacey Jazzy and Bluesy is the name of the channel, and he uses the EBow. When's the last time anybody saw somebody play an EBow? That's like sustained. He calls it Spacey Jazzy Bluesy calls it smoke and mirrors, but trust me, if I had an EBow and I tried to do a jam, I could probably get something that sounded okay. But there is an art, I think, to using the EBow properly, and he does it to the T. Very, very cool. So I had done a jam to this backing track. I forget which backing track it is, but Mitch put the link there in the chat box. So, and then number 4, good old guitar hack. Just a second, I have to. Can you see my hat? I don't know. It's hard to do. I got to put my head down. This is a guitar hack hat swag. I'm doing the guitar hack swag. You can't see all the dummies tonight the way I'm set up. Anyway, he just did another original, and what's funny, the name of it is Mental Lapse, Laps. Okay, and it's quite a complex creation. He's got about, I don't know, 3 segments that completely different within the whole song. It's an instrumental now. This isn't, no singing, although he did sing on one of his other ones. So this is about his 5th original he's done. They all seem to get better. But the funny thing about it is I thought it was mental lapse with an E on it, like a mental, like I have a lot of mental lapses doing this show, as you all have seen over the last couple of weeks. So anyway, go to Guitar Hack. That's the name of the channel. The link is in there. And this is, I think this one might be his best of all of the originals he's done in the last 2 months. I think he's done this. He's won 5. I think he's got, between older ones and these newer ones, he's probably about 3 or 4 away from having an EP. And you can go to Spotify, or I forget what those venues are. Help me out here in the chat, guys, where you can buy these things. There's some good stuff. I mean, I've gone back and listened to this mental lapse like 3 times. It's that good. So okay, and the final one is another cool guy from the UK, Ian Luckett, and the name of the video he did just the other day. He does a lot, so it's hard to find. It might be, he might have a couple out already. This guy's very talented. Ian Luckett, Brave English Sky, and it's very cool. The song is about the Battle of Britain and all the guys flying around shooting down the Germans and getting shot down. Unfortunately, a lot of it was World War II. That was not a good time in world history. But so the song he wrote it, I think, in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. But he just redid it, and he sang. Ian's another guy. He plays bass, plays guitar, sings. Very, very talented, extremely talented, really. And it's just, he's a very talented dude. So that's the 5 videos that I'm highlighting. And come back next week and I'll do 5 more. So we're not going to do the thing playing them. Everybody, there's other channels you can go to see that. Go see Metalhead Hippie for that. But these are 5. This is not wasted time if you watch these 5 videos we highlighted this week.
Right.
And thanks for posting those links, Mitch. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now I am going to do something. I want to do a I want to do a little news segment a week, if I can find something interesting.
Take it away, Mitch. Take it away, Mitch.
All right. So let me see. I don't know if I'm going to do it through StreamYard. So I don't think I have to turn that thing on. So. So let's see what happens when I play screen share with sound.
Oh, we got Blackjack Guitar Nuts in the chat.
All right. We want to do.
And Brian S. Hey, Brian S. Cool.
All right, guys, let me know if you can hear the audio, actually. Okay. And I can't find it.
And Larry Riker. Hey, Larry. Good to see you. I like your channel, Larry. I've been exploring it. Oh, Guitar Hack's in the house. Cool.
Yeah, he's in
All
there.
Right. Oh, I didn't know that.
Let me know if you can hear this.
Petriani's there too. Oh, I can't hear it.
All right, Don, I got to play it over again. You were talking. Okay, hold on. I got to play it again.
I'm going to mute.
Okay. Okay, there you have it. That was.
Did you guys hear that? I didn't hear anything. 2. Nobody heard it. They saw it, but they didn't hear the audio. Let me mute. I'm going to mute again. Do it again with the audio, dude. You got to get the audio up. We are experiencing technical difficulties at this time. Please come back. No, stay. I'm muting this.
They said it was 2. No sound? Okay.
No sound. I'm going to mute.
All right. I can do it with sound. Share screen.
Man who they say has more pussy than he can. Broward Sheriff's deputies arrest a man who they say has more pussy than he can handle. I'm Kathleen Corsa with that story coming up on Channel 6 Action News.
I hope they could hear.
Yeah, I heard it that time.
Yeah.
Now I'm echoing.
Played it about 4 times.
Actually, I think they only heard it the last time.
They heard it. It just wasn't loud enough. Because I don't need OB. I don't need it. It's got a function right built into it. But I noticed that it cuts out a lot when I'm hearing other people play it.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was our surprise of the night. I don't know what are we going to call that segment?
I said, well, obviously it wasn't real. Well, good on that man if it was real, but I don't know.
It might have been. Okay, do we move? Hetriani's in the house. I think we're caught up. Wow, Mitch, we're at 30. We hit 30. Yeah.
That's
what
good
I'm talking about.
But
that's really good for us. Within the first half hour,
you make the show, Don. I'm telling you, you make the show.
Au contraire.
Au contraire.
Okay, I want to bring up a rant. This will be the rant segment of our show. We don't want to get too structured here, but because this show really is about nothing, folks. So I was watching a video, and the guy, what was he comparing? He was comparing 2 amps. He was comparing a Bugera 5 something and a Supro Blues 10 or something. Okay, so they're comparable. I guess they're like little practice amps, but with a little more punch than normal because you'd expect that from Bugera and from Supro. They're good amps. From what I like the Sup. I love the Supro whatever amp selection in the Helix. It's one of my best patches. But anyway, so the guy is doing a comparison. It's okay. And then he comes in, you see it written across the thing. I should have turned this amp up louder, the Supro. I should have turned the Supro up louder. Well, it wasn't that, his setup wasn't that elaborate. Why didn't he just start over? Sometimes when I do my jam videos, it takes me 10, 20 times before I get something acceptable. I'm in the middle of it. I hit it gets real ugly, or who knows what. Go out of tune. I stop it and start over. Why can't they do it? It comes back to this Helix thing. You buy the Helix and you spend $1 million on the wonderful thing that has more sounds than I'll ever be able to discover. I mean, I've only scratched the surface of what it can do. But this one guy, and he's one of the big Helix gurus out there, has 1 million videos, and he probably gets paid by Line 6 for some reason. Okay, and he did a thing when they had an upgrade. Hey, Mitch, you got a jackhammer going there?
Yeah, I got
pound them keys, baby.
I got to mute myself when
You're beating the crap out of that keyboard. I feel sorry for the keyboard. So anyway, this guy, and I'm gonna run the bus over. His name's Jason Sedades or something. I thought it said Sedades, whatever.
Yeah,
he does a very good. Yeah, he's very good. But let me tell you something. He's a thin-skinned little. What were they talking about in that little clip you were talking about? That's what he is. He's one of those guys. because he did it. They did an update on Helix. Helix is updating it every 3-4 months. They give you more. It's a good deal. I mean, even though you spend a lot of money on these units, regardless of which one you get, they keep giving you more. So it's not a bad deal, no matter which one you get, no matter how much you pay. So he did a thing. They came out with a new Rev. They had a Rev green, I think, and they came out with the Rev purple. If I could be wrong on the color. I know the Rev purple, I think, was the latest one. So he did a comparison of the two. All right. So for you folks that don't play guitar, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But us guys that do and are gear nerds and all that stuff out there, there's a big difference if you're going to highlight how something sounds if you have a lot of delay on it versus one that has no delay on it. Do you think there's going to be do you really think that you can tell one sounding better than the other if one has to me, the one with delay on it sounds great because I put delay on everything. I put way too much delay on all mine. You guys know that. Okay. So I made a comment. I said, what were you thinking? Why would you do this? I mean, why didn't he just start over and do it the right way? I mean, Jesus, come on, Pete. So that was my comment. What were you thinking? How can you do a comparison when one's got a lot of delay and one does? I just spit on my, I'm spraying it tonight, folks. I'm not just saying it. I am saying it and spraying it. So anyway, he comes back. He goes, I don't know why you're even watching my video. What were you thinking? Thin skin little, what the lady was talking about in the new, guy had to. I'm not going to say it, but he's a thin-skinned little wuss, okay? And that's being nice calling him a wuss because he's worse than that. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is if you're going to do a comparison video of anything, if you screw it up, do it over again and do it right. That's not asking a whole lot, I don't think, especially for the Line 6 guys. Okay, that's my rant of the day, so we'll let it go at that.
Spacey Jazzy Blues. Who said that in that movie? And I forgot the name of the movie, but I think Jane Fonda was in that movie. What was the name of the movie, and what was the actor's name? I forget. I know he passed away. Peter Finch? Was that his name? Peter? I don't know. I don't know if I watched the movie all the way through, but anyway.
Six String Brian. Sorry, Mitch. I'm trying. I am making a conscious effort to not ignore or continually interrupt Mitch. I just did again, but I had to because I'm answering Six String Brian. It's Jason Sudeikis, I think is his name. Saddites. He's very good. I mean, look, if you want to learn how to use if you want to learn, if you want to learn how to use the Helix, he's very good. But he's a skin. I'm going to say it, he's a tongue twister. I have a list. Thin-skinned pussy. That's that. Yeah, I won't watch anything of his, and really, it would benefit me to watch him on the Helix. But I found this guy. The guy I like the most on Helix is Johnny Lee over in the UK. He's a cool dude, man, and he'll show you stuff for free. I mean, he's not going to show you how to do on the Helix, 2 or 3 rows and bring down this and overdo it like some of them do it, and some of them overdo it. It sounds much better, but I really don't think you need to do it. I get some pretty good sounds myself. At least people tell me I do, and I just basically use one line. Occasionally, I'll use 2 lines. I've experimented with that. Have you tried that, Mitch? Where you have you drop down and then you have like a little loop of your effects.
No, I think the few that I made, it's just like maybe got
okay. Well, there's a way if you do that. Now, I discovered something, and I want to give a shout out to DR Guitars. He did a live stream last night. I lurked for a little bit. His guitar set, Dave, your guitar sounded phenomenal last night.
His always sounds good.
But I discovered something about all this, okay? Now, Dave clicked something, and I think it went into stereo mode. So listen, folks, it doesn't sound like that when you're at home playing in your room through an amp or a PA system. At least I haven't tried the stereo. This is something I have to do. Thanks, Andy Dion. Andy Dion's in the house. Cool. Oh, hey, Mitch, Andy Dion and Rick Romanelli got their takes in. How cool is that? That is cool. Yeah. Cool. So, but anyway, but Dave R, you sounded really good last night, dude. It was late. I went to bed, but he was still on. But
if I'm not wrong, Dave, you go into your mixer, don't you? Because I used to go into my mixer. I'm not using my mixer anymore. I'm just using this audio interface, USB, and I was just for the longest while I'm just using the. Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
I'm using the Helix just as the audio interface, but now I got the Helix going into my USB audio interface, CI1 Steinberg.
When Dave was playing it sounded good, but he clicked something and it went into stereo. And then it was like he sounded like Steve from Boston. He had the tone basically that Steve from Boston.
I think there's some patches in there will sound tone. It'll give you some tone.
But when you're listening through headphones, it sounds a whole lot better than when you're playing. I mean, look, I got 15-inch cabinets. So they're way too big. You can see it right here. Big bastard. And because somebody told me you got to have 15-inch cabinets. I need 15-inch cabinets in this room, this small room I'm in, like I need a hole in my head. But anyway, good. Carry on. Go ahead. Nelson Rodriguez is in the house.
My THR 10X has some nice stereo sound, I think. I just found myself editing these existing patches. And if I want to save something, I'll just copy it so I don't do anything to the original.
Frank, see, I have some friends in the chat they're not, they signed in that and Ryder. I have people there's people watching that don't play guitar. Trust me. I don't think my niece must have had to work. Oh, Dave Stafford's in here.
Yes, I said.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. We got to do a commercial. Now, if you want some, okay, I don't hear my voice. Am I good, Mitch?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So anyway, Dave Stafford has very cool swag, cool hats. I think he might be out of these. He has all black. Although I got to tell you, Dave and Hack, both of you guys, these hat companies, there's a lot of space here. These logos need to be bigger. Dave, if you get a bigger logo, I'll buy another hat, dude. You got to have a bigger logo because you really can't see. Let's see. Let's get up there. Anyway, this is Dave Stafford Guitar Studio, Stafford Music Studios. Cool swag. So I'll wear this hat the rest of the night. Sorry, Hack. I wore your hat for a good while. Okay, Mitch, come on back in. We're doing a lot. We're doing commercials for Hack. We're doing commercials for Stafford. We're doing commercials for Jameson.
Well, Don, you know what I did yesterday?
What'd you do
yesterday?
Man?
I
shoveled snow. You shoveled snow
today. Well, I did it yesterday too. Oh my gosh, I'm still, and we only had like 7 or 8 inches, but I am exhausted, extremely exhausted.
But anyway, today. I didn't do it. Good.
But yesterday, I haven't seen my siblings in since October, so we had a hangout. We had
cool.
Actually we did it in here. We just didn't go live, but this is about the easiest thing. I was going to do what we were playing with the other day, the Google Meet, but it would probably be too difficult for some of my siblings.
Do you use StreamYard?
Yeah, you actually use the same thing we're using today.
Okay.
Yeah, and it worked out good. So we had. I had 6 of us in here. Now my sister, my younger sister, she has an iPhone, an older I just kept on cutting out. And she lives with my niece, and she was using her router, but it's so old it was just kept on cutting out. So I got to get her. She's got a desktop. I got to get her. Give her one of my webcams.
Well, she's got the right sibling, man. You'll get her hooked up in no time, dude.
Yeah,
because you're the pro. You're the pro.
They don't ask me for stuff anymore. I mean, I always give my sister like some old computers or whatever, but they don't. They usually don't ask me for things anymore. Because my older sister, she just got a new Dell. I said, "What's in it?" She has no clue. When I'm saying, I mean with the specs. I always have to know the specs. I want to know what specs are in there, and I don't know. It's just me.
I know what that's like doing the group thing, especially when somebody's using a phone as opposed to a decent laptop or whatever. We did that. We did it at Christmas with my what Christmas after. It might have been after Christmas, whenever it was. It was during the holidays, okay?
Right.
And so we're doing my wife's laptop on the dining room table, so it worked fine. Not quite as good as this computer that you helped me get, but it was fine. Her brother and sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law we did it through Zoom, but they're all the same, except for some are better than others. I think StreamYard's the best, but Zoom's not bad. And then the one, her nephew, and he's got like 5 or 6 kids, and they're doing it. They're down in Alabama, and they're doing a phone. So you got all these kids sitting on the couch, and you can only see a couple people at a time, right? With an iPhone or a Droid, whatever. I don't know which phone they had. It worked well. You could hear them and all. But then you know how the background chatter picks up. You can't understand what they're saying because all the kids are in the background talking, and then the little toddlers, they want to get it. You know how kids are. They want to get the little ones. They want to get into everything.
Right.
Paul Lou just did a video, and his daughter is so cute. Paul Lou, I was very impressed. Paul Lou, did you watch his? He did was it a Leonard Skinner song? He's playing the rhythm guitar to it, and he's got 2 different. Paul's getting high tech, dude. He's got two camera angles. Paul, big thumbs up for the 2 camera. The whole thing was good, but 2 camera. But when the direct one, he had 1 camera angle coming like down on him. I think he had that up on a tripod, probably, and the other one on a lower tripod straight on. And his daughter kept getting in there, and she's boogieing to it, and trying. She wanted to be part of the show, which is very cute. I love it when people's kids. Hey, there's R2, R3 locking nut. Cool. Welcome to the show, dude. Dwight Bailey's in the show. Guys, I'm behind.
The Hitman.
The Hitman, Dwight.
The Hitman.
R2, R3. Hetrion, I think I said hi to you, but if I didn't, Lloyd Holobeck.
Brian S.
Yeah, we got Brian S. Brian's been around. Brian's the man.
Alan Robinson.
Andy Dion, you rock for telling me I always have killer tone.
Alan Robinson.
A lot of delay, dude.
Here you go.
Alan Robinson, yeah. Go.
Playing third base number 5. Brooks Robinson.
Yeah. I'll do show and tell when we get closer to baseball season. I'll do show and tell about Memorial Stadium. We'll reminisce about. I have pictures, and I showed you the one thing, but we'll keep that a secret.
Yeah. I forgot what it is.
Give that fan. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. That's right.
Right. And okay, I think we're caught up. Oh, it's Wolf, the dog paw. Doc, there's the dog paw. Hey, Doc. Hope he's got a new toy. I'm giddy waiting for him to do some videos, but he's got ear issues. Poor guy.
Spacey was the next to last game at Memorial Stadium, which was, what was it, 1990? I think 91 Camden Yards opening 91. I think
that could be. I should know. I got all pictures. I got so many pictures.
I forget.
I've got pictures. I've got my Oriole wall. You can't see it.
Do you remember when you were a kid? They used to have camera day at Memorial Stadium.
Oh yeah.
I remember Dad taking us.
I never went to. I never did it. But
Dad took us in 1965, and I got these pictures. When my father passed away, I got these pictures. I tried to figure out who these Orioles were, but they weren't, number 1 type players. But I think Gene Woodland, I might have him in one of the pictures. These black and white pictures. It was cool, pretty cool.
The only thing the only cool thing as a kid like that I could, and this definitely does, because we didn't take pictures, but before going back into the 60s now, this is many, many years before Indianapolis stole the Colts. No, they didn't really steal Earth. And look, that's a myth.
We had a bad owner.
That's a myth. Exactly, Mitch. You nailed it. Indianapolis did not steal the Baltimore Colts. The Baltimore was not supporting the Colts because the team sucked, because they had a bad owner and the worst general manager, Joe Thomas, that in the existence of the NFL. That guy should have been hung by his thumbs outside of Memorial Stadium for about 2 days.
Didn't he coach a few games too?
Oh, I
they
don't
fired
know.
a coach,
and
I think he coached a couple of games.
I didn't pay attention to him, and because people like me who are lifelong Colt fans, but before this is going back to the '60s, the Baltimore Colts had their training camp at
Westminster College,
Western Maryland College, which really wasn't in Western. It wasn't in Western Maryland. It was just outside of Baltimore. Western Maryland's like another 2 hours outside of Westminster, but that's what's the name of the college. And what you did during the, it was hotter than hell, but you'd go out there and you could walk around and watch them practice. I mean, it was cool, but the highlight for the kids, because like kids, we don't know what's going on. We're not even old enough to play rec football yet, okay? So we get bored with it. Somebody has a football. The kids are out somewhere having a pickup game of touch football, okay? But the highlight was after the practice was over, you had a little autograph book. So you had a book about this size that, it was a book, not a piece of paper like this, opened up, and it was all the pages were blank, and you'd have a pen, and you'd run up to all the players as they're walking off the field to wherever the locker room is, where they shower and all, and you get autographs. I lost in between moves in my vagabond days as a derelict, in my 20s. I lost my autograph book, but I had Raymond Berry. Raymond Berry was the coolest. Raymond Berry was a great receiver for the Colts, but a lot of you younger folks might know him as the head coach of the New England Patriots back in the day. But he would put a Bible verse. He'd sign it. What's your name, son? Don. He said to Don. Best wishes, whatever, and then he put a Bible verse because Raymond Berry was very big. Yeah. He was part of the fellowship. I think he's one of the guys that started the Fellowship Christian Athletes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right on that. But anyway, and you'd get Johnny Unitas, Tom Matty. I think Artie Donovan by the time I was old enough to know what was going on, Artie Donovan might have been retired. I might have got hit.
Right.
But you got a lot of these guys. Lenny Moore. I mean, all the great things. So anyway, that's enough of that. Go on.
Did you see Johnny U play any?
Oh yeah, man.
My dad in person.
My dad had season tickets, man. We were upper deck, but we were 40-yard line, but we're the Artie. Man, I would listen. Let me tell you, this is a cool experience as a kid. You're a little kid, okay? Let's say you're in second or third grade. No, I was older than that. Let's see. I guess I was fourth or fifth grade. And I remember one time I had binoculars, and I kept telling my dad, "This guy keeps going." One of the offensive linemen of the Colts kept going off sides, and the refs never called it. And I said, "Dad, you got to watch this with the binoculars." And he goes, "You're right." But anyway, I'm sitting there drinking this terrible hot chocolate. They had these little cans and it was very hot. It's freezing. It's freezing up there. Freezing balls. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, ladies. It's up there. It's a little kid. So this stuff tasted putrid. But you know what? You didn't care because it warmed you up. Well, I didn't understand what was going on because the flask kept getting passed. It was like, way before concerts where something else got passed along the seats while you're at the concert in the 70s. In the 60s at the Colt games when it was cold, the flask, and probably every other stadium in America where it was cold, the flask got passed. The brandy or the whiskey or whatever. So anyway, there you go. Folks, remember, this show is about nothing, and we're trying to fill in the gaps with something. Right, Mitch?
Yeah. I mean, it's just... other shows do the same thing. So
Exactly.
But anyhow,
All right, what's going on?
But anywho, and I think we may have talked this before. Like, I know we brought this up before, if not here on other shows. Like, what made you get? What did you ever hear that made you want to play guitar? I said this before. I think it was the James Bond theme. That. And then the kid had a little plastic guitar acoustic, and just playing with it. That's what really got me to.
I gotta say, it was probably I think I told this story in either Hack or Live Wires when I was on the Live Wire show a year ago or so. I guess it was a year. I can't keep track. Like I said, if I didn't know that if the show wasn't going earlier, knowing the show was, I wouldn't know it was Tuesday. But we went to at the high school, our junior year, we went to a show. It was like a little mini concert in the auditorium at the high school. And the band that was playing was called Wheatstone Bridge, this Delaney High School, if for any local people in this area. And the backup band to that, these are like some Delaney High School alumni were the main part of this band. So they had a little concert, and the what do you call the opening act for them was 4 guys that I knew, and one was one of my oldest friends. Okay. And we were there. Now we were probably stoned out of our gazoot, but man, let me tell you something. They were the first band, and they were playing. It was like, wow, Chris is up there playing. He's good. And then the shining moment when the light bulb said, I got to learn how to play guitar, was they did Ohio by Crosby, Stills and Nash. And my buddy played the leads to the T, but better. And it's like, I had no idea he could play. I knew he was like a prodigy trumpet player, but I didn't know he could play the guitar that good. And we lived in the same neighborhood. We lived in the same apartment complex when our parents split up, and he played trumpet. I played trumpet. He was first trumpet, first chair. I was first trumpet, second chair. I couldn't keep up with him, but because he was so good, it helped me because I couldn't keep track. I couldn't keep reading the music, but I memorized the parts. And as long as he was playing, I was, but. And that's when I got a hold of him. I said, Chris, you got to teach me how to play guitar like that. And the rest is, 40 years later, I kind of figured it out. And for the last 10 years or so, I think some of what I play sounds decent. Who knows?
We, and I grew up with these twins. They're real talented. They're good in sports. And then we all started playing guitar at the same time. But the one played guitar and the other twin playing drums. They got really good. But I remember we played at the junior high school. They had some kind of, I don't know if it was contest.
That is so cool. I would love to have done that, but I've never played in front of anybody.
They wouldn't let me play guitar. They let me sing. It was hard. It was horrible. I think it was House of the Rising Sun. I'm like 13 or 14 years old, singing House of the Rising Sun. It was terrible. But they had other guys. Yeah, we came in third, but there's only 3 bands.
I think I've told this story, so this is a repeat for some of you, but I got to show you this picture. So, and the funny thing is in 1998, that was our 10-year wedding anniversary. So we went down to the Bahamas, and we stayed at the Bahama Princess Hotel in Freeport, Bahamas. So then we went back 2 years later with some other friends, and I've told you this. It's a really neat resort, but it's not on the ocean. You have to take a bus, about a 15-minute bus ride to get to the beach. So we did that. We're on the beach. So I have a completely different view of this in my mind, how it was spaced out. But to make a long story short, you had a guy playing keyboard singing and a guy playing drums, but not a real drum set playing. And they took a break. They were at a big gazebo off the beach. And, you're out there in the 90-degree heat at the beach drinking beer. It's too hot and you're getting drunk. Okay. So I had to get out of the sun. So I went up to the gazebo. They got a bar there and these guys are playing. They're very cool. So they took a break and I went up and I was looking around on the stage at small, not really a stage, but where they were playing. And there's an amp and a Stratocaster. And I said, where's the guitar player? And I didn't even know. My wife kind of saw me. So she came up too. And they go, well, the guitar player ran the jet skis and the other entertainment down in the water. So he was like doing multitasking. He was playing in the guitar player in the band, which I hadn't seen him play, and running the cassette, whatever you want to call him. So my wife goes, he plays. Oh, so the next thing you know, here I am. I'm up there playing with him. I don't know if you can see this. Does this come through? Let me see.
Yeah,
I gotta.
so you're on the left, right?
Yeah, I'm on the left in my
had,
swim shorts, and I'm playing. I'm playing a Stratocaster. Now, in my mind, those guys were about 3 times the distance away from me. I didn't realize we were all that close. And there's a Fender amp behind me. We had that thing cranked up to 10. No effects. Now you guys know how I'm like Mr. Delay on all my patches generally when I'm jamming. But I did it. And I said, what songs do you know? I said, do you guys know Black Magic Woman? Because I kind of know the chords to Black Magic Woman back then. So I'm playing, and this is right around when I kind of figured out a little bit, and I could actually play with a little bit of speed. So and they went from Black Magic Woman into I don't know the name of the song, but it was Cisco Kid is a friend of mine. Any of you guys remember that song? And I'm just playing the melody of the song and jamming out. And these guys are, they're giving me props. They liked it. And, we're sitting after, when it's all done, you got to sit there and wait for the bus to take you back to the casino, the hotel. And the people said, man, you sounded really good. So, your head starts swelling up and, and of course I was drunk as a skunk.
Did you have your mustache in that picture?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you had your porn stash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There. Let's see if we can get it focused.
Oh, man. It looks.
You can't really see it.
I think I've seen you in a porn movie before.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it. But yeah, I didn't have a gray hair. And let me tell you something. For you youngsters out there with mustaches and you get a gray hair in there, leave it. Do not pull gray hairs out of your mustache. You pull one, you get 5 back. You pull those 5, next thing you know, your mustache is as gray as mine. That's what happened to me.
Did you play in a movie called Did you play in a movie called Heinfeld? Not Seinfeld. Heinfeld. Man, because now you look really...
Oh, my God. Now they're saying I look like John Holmes. Well, trust me, I don't... Oh, Don, that was a mistake. Okay, I appreciate it. F all you guys.
I could never grow a mustache. Nothing real.
Cheers. But that was my live performance. That was the only band I ever played in and will play in.
Hey Don, I'm getting something to drink. Take over.
Okay, hey, Great Fanzini, I see you're in the chat. Welcome to the. Whoa, we're at 33. Wait till Mitch comes back and I tell him. Behind the green screen. There you go. All right, keep it up. Keep it up. Wait till I come in. I'm going to be commenting on some videos and maybe sneaking into some live chats. Oh yeah, Dog Pod. Doc has seen me. I actually did a commercial. I'll get Mitch to show the commercial one of these times. It's not a real commercial, but it was actually a commercial. So my wife's sister-in-law's son is very talented with camera and editing and videos and stuff, not like YouTube stuff, but real stuff, artsy stuff. And he got a contract with a restaurant. This is about, I'm going to say 10 years ago. And I don't know, depending on what area in the country you live, maybe they did this everywhere. But if you used to go when you go to the movie theaters, long time ago, before, you always had the, they show you 50 million trailers of movies upcoming. But before they started that, they started doing, in the movie theater, they started doing commercials for local businesses. So there was a restaurant near this movie theater. This is like down, I guess, Howard County, if you know the Baltimore area. And so they did a commercial, and the funny thing is about this is Eric was the producer and of the commercial, and he wanted me to be one of the characters in the commercial. And the theme of the commercial was, after the movie, you go out to this restaurant, and they have a very nice bar and good food. And, after you talk about the movie at the restaurant. So, come to this restaurant. So what's funny is Eric said, "You want to be?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." Well, So he sends me the script for the commercial, and he sends me there's a goon and the serious guy. Well, what do you think? Do you think I'm the serious guy or the goon? No, I'm the goon. But he sends me the script for the serious guy. So I spend a whole week that we did this on a Sunday. Okay. So I spend the whole week at the dealership I'm at, in the car business. You got a lot of time on your hands when in between customers. And I've got it down pat. I have memorized every line of this thing backwards and forwards for the serious guy. So I show up Sunday in my duds and all. Mitch, you're going to have to show this commercial. Have you been listening to this? And you came back? Okay. Are you muted?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were muted. But anyway, so I get there and he goes, I said, "Eric, why did you pick me to be the serious guy?" He goes, "No, you're not the serious guy. You're the goon." I said, "No, I'm not. You gave me the script for the serious guy." And he goes, "Oh, no." So I've got like a half an hour. And I've read it enough. I had an idea. So and you take 50 million takes on each scene, So anyway, getting back to dog, I sent this to Doc, the dog paw. I sent an email to him so he got to see it. It's terrible. The more I watch it, it's like, oh my God, that was terrible. But I was cool. And you'll get to see me with a non-gray mustache. It might have been 15. I don't know how many years ago it was. It was a long time ago. But we'll highlight. That'll be a feature in an upcoming Don and Mitch show. But anyway, let me get back. So, Mitch, just before you left, we were at 30. We've gone to that story just dropped too. so maybe we don't want to do that commercial.
Nah,
but
it was fun.
Great Vanzini has joined us also. Say, hey, Great Vanzini. Oh man, they're making fun of me. Mitch, you killed me.
Who is?
But this is payback because I told Mitch in an email, and Mitch will verify this. I watched just a little bit of a replay of this impromptu stream we did Sunday. I either interrupted him or ignored him at least a half a dozen, if not 10 times during the whole thing. It's very embarrassing. Mitch is like, he picked up the guitar and he was playing it and he was having problems. He had blisters on his fingers. So he'd stopped. He'd put it away. So I'm running my mouth. He picks the guitar up and he said, "I'm going to give it one more shot." He didn't say anything. He just picked it up and played because you could, with the way he had it set up, he could play guitar and it didn't echo, didn't have any technical issues. And he played it perfect. And I'm running my mouth, completely ignoring him. And half the time I'm interrupting him or not, it's just so. Anyway, Mitch got me back tonight.
Well, the jam we're working on, the rhythm part, I'm picking everything. I'm finger picking everything. And so I got blisters on my right hand.
He showed them too, man. You can see them on the video.
They're gone now.
All right, Dave Stafford. I appreciate that, man. I love you too. I love all you guys. You guys rock, man. We got 27. We peaked at 30. Mitch, right when you left, we peaked at 30.
Talking about talent, we had some very talented people in here, like you said, Dave Stafford, Quentin James, Spacey Jazzy Blues, Guitar Hack, Great Vanzini. He does some beautiful stuff with Laurie Mishbon.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Where's Laurie tonight? Laurie is really good.
Yeah.
I wonder if Laurie can. I got to talk to Laurie in one of the chats. If she needs to improvise, man. I know she can. If she can play piano like that, she can play without reading the music. You got to improvise. Got to jam on that piano. Spencer Cron is. I noticed. I got two different chats going here. One's in delay, one's not. But Spencer Cron joined us. I don't think we gave him props. Thanks, Spencer, for coming in. We got Lloyd. Yeah, I think we're caught up. Pretty well caught up. If we missed you. I apologize. But we had 37 at one point. Wow. Well, people coming, people go. Look, if when we started doing this, I thought if we ever got to 20, that was going to be like maxing out. Didn't you, Mitch?
I never thought about it. I was always then I still got that sore, and it's still.
Oh, you cut your finger. Yeah, Mitch is
razors.
He's not giving you the bird, boys and girls. He cut his finger. How did you cut your finger? I forget.
Throwing razor blades away.
Why? Throwing the razor blades away. Okay.
Yeah, I hit up against it.
When you shaved. When you shaved. Okay,
shaved,
right,
yeah.
right.
I figure if we get 5 people, anytime I did a live stream, I was happy if I got 1 or 2 people in.
Exactly. All right. What's the? All right. So I'm missing something with the Godzilla shirts. What's going on? Bring me up. Maybe get a blister. Maybe a blister on you.
Actually,
no, he had it on his Brian. He had a blister on his pointer finger.
Right, left. Yeah, because in that hunky tonk thing, I'm doing some. I got calluses on the tops of them, but I was pressing it in a different spot, so I got new blisters, which is really good. Really, that means I haven't played like that before.
All right, I'm missing some of the chatter. Don looks like a tad. Oh, he's talking about the commercial. Doc, okay.
Yeah, actually, I think last week or so, Dave R. He was playing. I think you were doing G tuning and doing some stone stuff. So I got some tutorials. I started messing around with it, and it's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, here's an interesting. Don could stand next to any Western actor, and I could see him in a 10-gallon hat. I can too, because it's funny you say that. I probably have 500 or 600 Western paperbacks, and how many? I don't know how many I have in my Nook. That's one of my hobbies is reading Westerns. Like Louis L'Amour, Zane Grey, Charles Seltzer, Eldon Seltzer. Elmer Kelton. I've got thousands of them. Well, 500 at least. That's a lot of money spent. I like to have all the money spent on those damn books. Oh man, I could buy a custom shop Les Paul.
I think you would play a good Doc Holliday, Don. Doc Holliday.
I want to play the bad guy, man, and get killed. Oh. But go down shooting. I'd go down shooting, man.
But John Wayne, True Grit.
Bruce Dern played the best bad guy in all the Westerns, man. He was the guy you loved to hate. It was really hard. I forget what
movie.
All of them. He was in the Cowboys. Bruce Dern was one of the bad guys, I think, in the Cowboys. The last one, John, with the kids. John Wayne does the cattle drive with the little kids.
I can't remember.
Because nobody else, that's like his last movie, dude. That's his last movie that he made.
What was the name of it? I'm sure I saw it.
The Cowboys.
Okay.
John Wayne has to get these cattle delivered, okay? And there's nobody will help him, but the kids, everybody's kids help him. I forget why. I can't even remember. It's been a while. They don't show it as much as they used to. But, one of the reasons why we still have a full, at least one of the packages with Verizon is so I can get the 2 Western channels and the Grit channel. I don't know. That's a terrible name, Grit, but they have Westerns. The Grit channel has commercials, but the 2 Western channels have no commercials. I love it. You watch it. You watch the half hour Maverick or Cheyenne, Laramie. The Virginian, they don't have Rawhide. They don't do Rawhide for. I wish they would, man. He was good. Richard Boone was good, but Richard Boone played a good bad guy. He played a good bad guy in a lot of Westerns.
You might find some of these series on YouTube for free. You check it out. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of Wild Wild West episodes on YouTube for free.
We don't need those stinking badges. The Cowboys. Yeah, that's it. All right,
I saw this movie. This Tom Hanks movie just came out a few weeks ago. News of the World, and it takes place like after the Civil War, 1875 or something like that. And it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Vanzini, Paladin, that was good. Paladin was Richard Boone, I think. Richard Boone started out playing the good guy, but he in a lot of the big movies, like the John Wayne movie, he played the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy. I kind of like the Clint Eastwood movies, but I don't know. They're just not. I don't think they're as good. I don't know, but I really did not like the the last Clint Eastwood Western he did, where he was the assassin. I think and what's his face was in it.
What was it? The Spaghetti West, Eli Wallach. The Spaghetti Western.
Yeah, there's a lot of spaghetti westerns. There's another guy.
He was in.
But it's really cool if you watch these old black and white series back in the day. A lot of the guys got their starts in westerns in the weekly half-hour series, and then they went on to make big movies. I can't think of the one guy. He's Hetriani. All right, good night, Hetriani. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Check that guy out, Hetriani. He is definitely a player. He just did a collab with he did a cute collab with Laurie and the drummer, I think. Who's the drummer? Was it a drummer? Yeah,
Her
KK
son?
Drums. No, it was KK Drums, I think. Isn't that the guy's name? KK Drums? Or?
I can't. I don't.
KK and Hetriani had wigs on. It was very cool. I forget the song. Lee Van Cleef is one of the guys. If you watch some of the old half-hour Western series of the day, Lee Van Cleef played the bad guy a lot of times. Oh yeah, he was a good bad guy too, instead of the good guy.
Who was the other guy? What was his name? He played in a lot of them. I'll never remember his name. Jack Palance.
Palance, yeah.
Yeah.
He played good guys and bad guys. He played a lot of bad guys, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Preston Smith is in the house. Mitch, when you said hi to him in the chat, you got to mention him.
I did, I think.
Okay, you did. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I don't hear anything. Yeah, I'm too busy interrupting and ignoring you.
I was trying to get it in anyway, if I didn't say it.
I probably interrupted you. Right?
Quentin James, he was on Ben Coombs Sunday. I didn't watch it live, but I saw the replay. It was really good. Very good show.
Cool.
Charles Bronson, I like Charles Bronson.
Yeah, he was good.
I remember? Charles Bronson played
with the harmonica. He's playing the harmonica. What was that?
He played it in
cool.
Vincent Price movie. What was it called? Not Haunted House, the Wax Museum.
Oh,
Charles,
really?
He didn't talk in it. Yeah.
Oh,
Charles Bronson was in that.
Was he like was he the assistant?
He was a mute or something.
He
was
okay.
like an assistant or something. But I'm pretty sure he was
to the Madman. He was the assistant to the Madman, I think.
Yeah. Well, who didn't like Vincent Price? Oh my gosh. I mean, when I was a kid, it was all horror movies. All horror movies.
That's cool, Doc. You got to work on the Rawhide. Wow, that is cool. Well, I don't know why they don't show repeats of Rawhide. I guess, contracts and
it might be it might be somewhere.
Nelson Rodriguez, did we say hi to Nelson? Hey, Nelson. Nelson's a groovy dude. Nelson, have you done any videos lately? I think I have your bell rung. I haven't got any notifications. Nelson, let's get out there and do some jamming, dude. Come on. And all you guys, let's see some more videos. I got almost everybody that's in this, just about all. I think I've got a lot of bells rung, man. I'll tell you what, when the videos do come out, it's hard to keep track.
All right, I'm looking at it now. There's a lot of episodes on YouTube for nothing, for Rawhide. A lot of episodes on YouTube.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Well, that gives me something to do. I need something. I'm like going, folks, let me tell you something. Yesterday was so today's Tuesday, obviously, because it's the Don and Mitch show, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, by the way. And yesterday was Monday. And I told my wife, I keep feeling like today is Sunday. I guess because of the snow and everything. And, I was supposed to get my teeth cleaned at the dentist. I only got 11 teeth left. I got a bridge and a bridge. I have very few teeth left on the side. I think there's 11 of them total. That's pretty bad. Folks, you're supposed to have 30-some teeth, I think, total, or whatever, any dentist in the house. But most of them I've lost in the back. So I was supposed to, but the dentist called and closed the office. If they hadn't closed, I would have gone all day thinking it was Sunday yesterday. And I told my wife that. And are you having trouble keeping track of what day of the week it is?
Yeah. I mean,
so it's not just us.
When you don't work anymore.
Right. This retirement's for the birds. I need to get a job.
And we might go out once a week. We might go out eat once a week. Well, we'll go out and get food, but we might eat at a restaurant once a week. And, it's usually it's early in the day. It's not crowded.
I give you and Margaret props for going out to lunch whatever you did the other day, lunch. Because me and Janet, we're not ready to go out yet. We're too paranoid.
Yeah, we probably should be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to get on the list. I keep forgetting to get on the list to get the vaccine. I think that's the way to go. I'm skeptical, but at the same time, I think you got to try to do something.
I like Mannix. I like the show Mannix. I like McMillan and Wife because I like. I forgot what was her name? Jane. What was the wife's name on McMillan and Wife? She was Susan St.
James. Yeah,
was that
was her name. Yeah, she was hot.
Lady.
She was
She
hot,
was nice.
very. Yeah, but she wasn't like Farrah Fawcett hot, but she was hot.
No, but she was.
Yeah,
hot.
absolutely.
But I don't think she's done anything before and since that.
All right. Well, we got a good chat going on anyway. We're back to 30. Score!
So speaking of score, so we got one more football game left.
Yeah, somebody was in I forget whose chat. Maybe it was in the channel that we don't talk about chat. But right. I might watch the first half, but that might be it. Let me tell you something. It will ruin the year 2021 for me if Brady wins another Super Bowl.
See, I'm not you're a terrible hater, and you probably hated the Redskins too.
No, I like the Hogs, man. The Hogs were Redskins fan. Well, we didn't have a team, and I don't understand all this animosity to the Redskins by the Baltimore fans. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. But anyway, I like the first Joe Gibbs. The second Joe Gibbs. I'm not filling up my glass other nights. I'm going to go easy tonight, guys. I'm just that nice to it. I have not poured anything but ice in. This is ice.
I mean, I like football. I like
Jameson's down on the floor over here on my right, on your left. My right, your left.
You like the Redskins. See, I like because they were the second closest team.
I like Joe Theismann. I thought he was a great quarterback.
So we had the Redskins, and I like the Senators, even though they were pretty bad. But I used to like watching baseball.
Did you guys ever go down? Did you ever go down to the stadium?
I never.
Oh, that was a cool. As a kid, that was a cool stadium, man. It was
I've been by it, but I've never been there.
Compare. Memorial Stadium in Baltimore was built in like the 50s, right? 54
I think so, 54.
Something like that. So if you went down to RFK Stadium back in the 60s to watch the Washington Senators, which left and became the Montreal Expos for you baseball aficionados. As a kid, man, that was a cool stadium, Mitch. I'm sorry you never got down there. That was really cool.
Wait a minute. What team did they become?
The Montreal Expos. No, the Minnesota Twins. You're right. I'm wrong.
Two times they left. The first time was Minnesota Twins. The second time was the Texas Rangers.
Well, where'd the Montreal Expos come from? They were just an expansion team?
I think they were an expansion team.
Oh, okay. They came back. You're right. They came
to Washington.
Right.
But,
okay.
But the first team in Washington went to Minnesota. Then they brought another team in, and that team went to Texas. And then,
right. Okay. So
Montreal moved back 10 or 15 years ago.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah, I was so glad that they didn't name them the Washington Senators again, because that would have been the kiss of death, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I like the Nationals. Let me tell you something. The two over 40 baseball leagues I got involved with and helped build both had a Nationals team. That was cool.
So go back to the Super Bowl. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you hate Brady, right?
With a passion.
I never think I'm just when I watch him, what he did to Baltimore. We beat him a couple times, but he still killed us way more than we beat them. But watching him, I'm like this. all the time when I watch him.
I know.
What he does.
Look, he's the comeback kid. Now, listen, I'll tell you what, I heard a stat on the radio, and I'm going to assume that the guy had this stuff. I mean, this is what these guys do for a living, the sport talk radio. This is an amazing, as much as I hate Brady, and I think he's a cheater, but I don't think he cheats now. He cheated back. Look, the guy cheated.
Big deal. He took a couple ounces of air out. But it's big. You know what? The Ravens
that's why his receivers
got accused of the Ravens got accused of the same thing. What they did. Yes, they did. I found this article, but just came out recently.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read it. But the Ravens fumbled the ball. The Patriots never fumbled. The receivers and the running backs never fumbled the ball. It wasn't Brady that got the advantage. It was his receivers and his running backs, which made him look better. But regardless, here, I'll give you props. You're a big Brady fan. This is an incredible statistic. I don't hold me to these exact percentages, but
because I'll check
Brady.
You. I will check you.
Well, please do.
Go ahead.
Mitch getting strong. Mitch strong and arming me. He's strong arm. So anyway, Steph Curry is a very good basketball player. For you don't know basketball.
Right.
He plays for the Golden State Warriors, I think.
Right.
And the guy has got like over 40% percentage of hitting 3-point shots, which is incredible. Folks, a 3-point shot in the NBA is way, way far away from the basket, okay? That gets you 3 points, okay, for you not educated basketball people. So that is a phenomenal statistic. I think it's right around 41 or 40% or whatever, or maybe it's 43%. If you look at Tom Brady's whole body of collection of the NFL, he's been in the Super Bowl at a higher percentage rate of his career. Been in the Super Bowl. He didn't win them all. He lost a couple. He's got a higher percentage of being in the Super Bowl than Steph Curry has at the 3-point line, and that's one of those thresholds in sports that you would never think that would be broken. But Brady broke. It's like 47% of the time. Brady, I don't 44% maybe. I forget what it is, but Brady tends to be in the Super Bowl more than he tends not to be. Mitch, oh no, Mitch got sucked into virtual land. We'll never see Mitch again.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Mitch,
I was feeling kind of faint.
I thought you got sucked into virtual land, dude.
Somebody beamed me up or beamed me down. I
don't know. Do that again. Do it again. I think you can will yourself to do it. I think you can probably just use your mind now.
Shoot. If I had the Star Trek music, it would be really good.
No, we can't do that. We'll get our show will get banned from you. It's Star Wars. Yeah, Star Trek. Try Star Trek. Star Wars. We know that's about that. We know Star Wars is a problem, right? Mitch, come back. You're fat. Oh no.
I am the ghost. I am the ghost of Christmas past. Anyway,
excellent. That is so cool. How'd you do that, man? What program's that?
That's OBS. But I'll fact check somebody in sports. Some things I remember, but a lot of things I'm wrong. I'll admit it. But
I heard that. I heard that in the drive.
I think I was in another hangout recently. I don't know if I was on there. If I was on actually on the hangout too, and they were talking about when the Ravens first came in here, like one year they were 0-8 and won their last 8 games. They were never 0-8 and won their last 8 games. The Washington Redskins were when they had Marty Schottenheimer. So I wonder if this gentleman was getting mixed up.
Now listen, this is I think I don't know exactly, and I will look this up.
I looked at all the records. I got everything.
It was Tony Banks. It was when they brought Tony Banks in, and he won like 8 straight games.
Yeah, but we were never 0-8 at one time.
Okay.
He was saying that we started off 0-8 and won our last 8. I think he was getting mixed up with the Redskins. Because I remember I don't think I missed maybe 3 games. And since the Ravens been here watching the TV,
well,
not many more.
Well, let me tell you something. I did not. I thought the whole Ravens thing sucked. I thought their logo sucked. the original logo is terrible in my opinion.
I don't remember what it was.
Well, I've got my dad. I'm not going to go get it, but we'll show that next week. But then you get bored and all, and I missed football. I mean, I was watching college football, but then I started watching the Ravens game, and this guy Tony Banks came out of nowhere. And
right.
there weren't the black quarterback wasn't as predominant back then as he's become, which it's a long time coming. I don't know what took so long, but we country had issues with all that stuff, I think. But anyway, he won, and then he won again. So I'm watching. I guess this is before internet days really, and you're still watching the paper. Reading the paper and all, and like or watching the news, the sports news, and the Ravens are winning. So I start watching. This guy Tony Banks is really good. They keep winning, so I'm watching. And I watch the next week. They win again. They keep winning. I think they correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they won 8 straight games. So then I started paying attention. I said, Dad, we got to start watching these Ravens. Well, my dad was the same way. He goes, nah, because he missed the Colts. He was a diehard Colt fan. Okay, then. I think it was that next year that they had the draft where they got Jonathan Ogden as their first pick. And then because of trades and all, they had a second first-round pick. And boom, here comes Ray Lewis. So I'm watching the next season because I've got an interest. I want to see this guy, Tony Banks. I think he either got hurt or they traded him or they dropped him, whatever. But all of a sudden, when I played football, back in the day, you played both ways, but I was probably better defensively than I was offensively because they wouldn't let me play offense. They wouldn't let me run the ball anymore. But defense, I hate to blow my own horn. I was good. I liked, you could beat the crap out of people and not get in trouble. So it was like fighting, but it was legal, I'm watching this guy, Ray Lewis, and he's like in every play. Ray Lewis is right there. He might mop up. He had a habit of coming in at the very end and getting credit for a tackle. But, hey, it didn't matter. He made enough tackles on his own. I called my dad up on the phone. And I said, Dad, you got to watch this guy 52. He makes every tackle, every play. And then me and my dad got into the Ravens. Long story short.
The Super Bowl year. Didn't we have 3 quarterbacks starting that year? Tony Banks,
I don't know.
Dilfer,
yes.
And I think who was the one we
Dilfer,
got?
Dilfer's. No, we had Gerback. Wasn't Gerback? Didn't Gerback? Gerback got hurt, and he got hurt. That's when Tony Banks took over.
We got Gerback the year after we won the Super Bowl. He played.
Oh, that's right. Okay. We had who was the guy? Vinny Testaverde.
He was not there that year we won the Super Bowl.
No. But he was I'm asking you,
what quarterback started in that year?
I don't know.
I think it was 3. And I think the one. Who was that left-hander we got? He played for Miami?
Zorn.
Here, I'm gonna get.
Okay, dude, open a window. I don't feel like opening a window. Let me look at the chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Held for. We had a message held for review. It's probably Blackjack Guitar Nut. You got to change the name of your channel, dude. Blackjack Guitar Nut's got to change the name.
No, it's not his fault. Don't change that. It only happens on.
I can understand dudes make up games where they get to play with their balls. Doc, we're going to put you in timeout one of these times. Just see. I've never done it to anybody. Not just balls, but pigskin balls. Now you guys are talking about, this is a very saucy, and I've got ladies, I've got friends watching, guys. You guys came in late. And my wife's best friend is in this chat watching. She's not in the chat. She's watching the stream. Or maybe they hopefully they left. Not as long. Yeah, Rick. Was it you and me? We were talking in the one chat whether we're going to watch the game or not. Who was calling? Oh. Jesse, you have a point. Yeah. And now we're all in trouble. Yeah. I stand guilty as charged. But I had to. That one guy really pissed me off. The line 6 guy. I tried not to say it. But I caved. Jameson, baby. Cheers.
Talk. I'm researching.
I'm drinking. Now I'm going to light up a Winston. Zach Thong is not watching the football game. Wow, hey, Doc, that's pretty incredible. I'm watching the stream on my other computer in real time on YouTube. There's still somewhat of a delay, and so your comment was Don referred to pussycats, and you all took it together. But before that came out, it was under review for just like a split second. That's incredible. Preston Smith, you're under review. No, but now it came through. Not bad, similar to Pussy Riot. I'll tell you that YouTube, hey, everybody that hates Trump, give him credit for one thing. He's got all these tech companies. They have really stepped up their game on what they're going to allow and not allow. Just saying. We're not bringing up politics. No politics. We're only human. Yes, Dave Stafford, we are only human, dude. And cheers to you, Dave. How cool is this hat, guys? I love that color. This combination blue, this is a very unique, I don't know, is it aqua and black? But Dave Stafford, your logo, you need to make it bigger, dude. It's the size of a quarter. Well, it's bigger than the size of a $50. It should be the size of a like the top to a large thing of pickles or jelly or something. Yeah,
just Tony Banks and Trent Dilfer.
Oh, they're talking boxing. Oh, hey, there's Autism Right. Hey, Danny and Micah. Cool, welcome. All right, now we really got to clean it up. Now we got to keep it clean, guys. I'm going to get Carolina Larry Riker, you're correct. Carolina Panther colors.
Who's the one? Who's that got McGregor? The guy keeps on retiring, coming back.
Connor, he got his ass kicked.
Every time he gets his ass kicked every time. Why does he come back?
He wins because he wins.
He hasn't been winning anything lately.
Hey Mitch. If they'd let me come and hit you 3 times with no defense for $3 million, would you let me hit you 3 times?
Oh my God, that's
for $3 million. No, think how many custom shop you could buy. You could buy 5 custom shop.
40 years
but
ago,
you could buy 5 custom shop Gibsons, 5 custom shop Strats. And I gotta say, I hope Six-String Brian finds his Six-String Brian finds his white Stratocaster custom shop, man. Guy's got a Jones for it real bad. I'm afraid he's gonna buy a black one or a red one or.
If you hit me 3 times, I probably won't never get up again.
Oh yes, you would. I'm an old man.
40 years ago, I'd let you do it.
I'd let you hit me 3 times for $3 million. You can hit me 10 times. You can hit me 10 times.
Money's not everything.
It isn't, but
40 years ago, I would. I could buy
everybody. I could buy everybody in the stream an RO, or an R9, or an R8, or an R. What? I don't understand all this R. I guess it's the year in the custom shop thing. Why don't they just call it a custom shop 9 or a custom shop?
Have you ever played one? A custom shop?
No. I will one day. One day.
I'm afraid I might want one. It's just different so I'm told.
Exactly. I don't want to, Look, I spent over $2,000 for this Les Paul, and should I show my Les Paul? I think I should show it. See if I can do it without breaking the headstock. Look at that. Is that about the prettiest goddamn guitar you ever saw in your life? I think so.
I think, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Let me show you something. I think this is the prettiest guitar. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. You turned off the green screen. Cool. That is pretty. I gotta say, Mitch, I do like how the majority of your guitar had, and is DR guitar still in there? I'm gonna say it right. I think it's cool how the majority of your guitar is the dark blueberry fade as opposed to the light. The majority of my guitar is light. Here, hold on a second. Keep it up. Yeah. You have a better fade. You definitely have a better fade, but they're both pretty. They're both gorgeous. I love mine. I had to change. I don't know if you. Yeah, we didn't. Oh, Jamal Kareem's in the house. Cool, man.
Jamal.
Hey, Jamal. What's happening, dude?
I think you just had a birthday recently. Happy
Jamal, you have a
birthday.
custom shop fender, dude. We need to see that on video. We need to see the custom shop on. Maybe he does have a video. He does have one up, I think. I got your bell rung, Jamal. I'm waiting, dude. I know you said I think you just moved and you're getting set up, but I'm excited. We got to see that, the custom shop Stratocaster, dude. Cool. Man, we had a lot of people. Ryan from the Midwest. Ryan from the Midwest. What's happening, dude? Thanks for coming in.
I think Dave R is right. I think your guitar is called Blueberry Fade. Mine is Blueberry Burst.
What the? No, I don't like that. Now, this is really pissing me off. Why is mine Fade and his is Burst? I need an explanation. I need an explanation. This is important stuff.
Your model is a little up from mine. Remember, because you got the steel or the steel nut, right?
Yeah, I got the steel nut and the almost knocked the computer off.
You got the real inlays. You got the real inlays. The abalone inlays. Mine are.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Remember you sent me the. Yeah, you updated. You told me that I forgot the next day. But yeah, well, and look, I didn't go out of my way to pick out the HP. That's what the guy brought me.
Right.
I told him I wanted blue guitar, and I played a Blueberry. So I guess I played a Blueberry Burst SG. Now that was like $1,500, $1,600 instead of $20, whatever it was. I got a deal.
You didn't like the neck dive, right?
Oh my God! I'm playing that. I play standing up. So pretend I'm standing up. So I put this thing on the strap, and the guitar goes. I said that ain't happening because I can play sitting down, and I think it's easier to play sitting down.
See,
the problem is I hunch, but I play hunched over, and when I hunch over after 15 minutes, it's like I can barely straighten up because I'm so old. So I play standing up. It doesn't hurt my back, doesn't hurt my shoulder. I'll tell you what though, when I first got that Les Paul, my shoulder hurt the first week. It ached because that's all I did was play. I'm in love with this guitar. I always wanted a Les Paul as a kid, even as a young adult. And I finally got one when I was sick. Let's see. You're.
It's me. I gotta play something, Don. I gotta do something.
Go ahead. I'm gonna mute. I'm mute.
I think you know what it is. Oh no, where is it? Shoot. Oh, there it is.
The building ring.
It did. You just can't hear it. All right, let me turn the thing off.
There you go. I'm not going.
No, you're not.
Okay. I love the bell ringing. It didn't ring the first time, but it didn't.
It rang. You couldn't hear it. It was just real low. I'm not even sure if they heard it. If you're hearing the echo, they can hear the music.
Oh my God, Jamal Kareem. I just got my 60s Gibson Les Paul standard, and it's heavy as hell, but I love it. Yeah, Jamal. When the Les Pauls that Mitch and I have are what do they call it? Where they
weight relief? They got
weight relief. Well,
holes in it.
I don't think Jamal's has got any weight relief, man. Dude, your shoulder's gonna hurt for a week. It's gonna. But you're young yet, I think. So you'll recoup. But just play that guitar for a week, nothing else. Get your it's going to be like if you're out of shape and you start doing push-ups and lifting weights, for a couple of days, like you can barely get out of bed. But after you do it for a while, you won't even notice it. Cool.
What's your heaviest guitar, Don? What do you think?
Probably this one. Nah, it's not that bad.
Oh, really?
This is my Torero. Dave Stafford has one of these Toreros. This is hey Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. This one's going on the block next. I like it though. It's pretty. It's got a really nice top. But you know what? I'm just. It's got EMGs. I have no business having it. I'm not a metal guy.
Right.
You know. I'm a blues man at best.
I think my telly might be the heaviest. I don't know.
Dog pod. Doc, you got it right. Modified for the old guys. Can you give us a video? And yeah, Zanzini, you're right. He needs to. Jamal's. He said he promised that he was going to get with it. He made a move. I think Jamal. Didn't you just move a month or so ago, a couple months ago, and you're getting set up and. He's shy. He's a much better guitar. He's like all of us. You know, he doesn't think he's as good as he is, and you know, you get a wide strap. That makes a big difference. Definitely. Spacey Jazzy Blues. How long before Don notices what? What am I supposed to notice? What? All right. Okay. You know, I start thinking about this stream and what we were talking about with my dark mustache and my career that I never had, and some of the people watching. Oh my God, this is like my wife's friend watching, and she's got to think, "Oh, I'm not watching. This is shows. They probably dropped out a long time ago." But
Yeah,
we're holding.
My wife, she could never watch it. She could.
Right. But we're holding steady in the high 20s, and we peaked at. Somebody said we had 37 at one point. Probably when they started talking about the porn thing, that's when we lost to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys, with the mustache. You know.
You know what? Your nickname? Didn't you tell me they called you Don Juan?
Not.
Yeah, just joking. Don Juan.
Nobody noticed in the picture from the Bahamas. That was my old contact lens days. Yeah, man. I had it going
Don,
on back then.
Hey, it's getting late. You got to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to work real hard doing nothing. But yeah, it's been over an hour and a half. We can wrap it up. Long Don Jameson, Jesus Christ, Brian, my buddy.
I don't want to bore people. That's why.
Just about moving. I don't think we're boring anybody.
This friend of mine,
these guys are going crazy in the chat.
This friend of mine does a podcast, a tech podcast for I think it's over 15 years now. He tries never to go over an hour because it's just a fact people will lose interest after. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
We just moved back up to 29. Let's keep it going. Hippie shows hippie shows not till 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good.
If you're good. Okay.
Shit, I got nothing better to do.
And
I
forgot to answer. I wanted to answer Six String Brian from earlier. Yeah, I did use my new shovel. All two of them.
Oh, right. Now, was that the Line 6 shovel or was that the Boss shovel?
The shovel to clean my snow.
I know, but they wanted to know what brand shovel. Sunday, everybody was asking you what brand shovel.
I don't know. I don't even know where we got it at. Walmart. It either came from Walmart, Home Depot, or Lowe's. One of those three.
Well, this is the most important thing. Was it USA made or was it made in Indonesia?
Who knows? Funny thing is, I was out there, Don, and my neighbor came out across the street. Right. He's older than me. I don't know how old he is, but he's older than me. He goes, man, you need to take, because I start rushing out there, right? He goes, man, you need to take it easy.
Slow down.
I'm like 80 to 100 pounds overweight, whatever.
Dude, yeah. Well.
So I was, every couple shovels, I would take a rest. And he goes, and what he does, the only thing he does, he cleans his steps off. He's got a CRV like me. He just goes back and forth. He runs back and forth.
Right?
Flattens. That's all he does.
Flattens it out. Well, that's good. That works.
I dug it out, and I was just going to do mine. I wasn't going to do Margaret's side, her Toyota, but I still did hers. So
I got real lucky. My one neighbor 2 doors over, he took a snowblower and went down all the way to my driveway and did the sidewalk out front, so I don't have to worry. And then the sun came out I should have gone out today because the sun came out and melted a lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of the stuff. And I had gotten halfway down my driveway. I've got not a real long driveway, but not a short driveway, put it that way. And I had gotten from the back porch to halfway down the driveway, and I could have finished today. But the problem is like you said, the snow plows, and at the end of my driveway where the sidewalk,
that's the worst.
People are walking, and it's like that thick ice.
Yeah.
And that's got to be chopped up. You got to chop it and move it, chop. So I take the hoe, HOE, and
I don't have a snowblower.
And chop it up. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get out there tomorrow.
When we moved, I gave my snowblower to my daughter and her boyfriend, and he had to get it fixed. But like I said, the worst part is where the snowplow buries your car, at the bottom of the drive. I got a small driveway, just enough to put two cars side by side, but I had to, you have to clear that out, and that kind of kills me. But as far as sidewalk, it's real easy to clean that.
Vanzini, I'm in Baltimore County. Just I'm like southwest of Baltimore City.
How much snow did you get, Don?
I'm gonna say, the rail on the back porch. I'm gonna say about that much.
I measured. It's like 7 inches, 7 or 8.
I don't think we got that much, and we got a little bit more overnight. But it was, it all. What we got overnight, where I shoveled, I did a good bit of shoveling on let's say Tuesday. A good bit of shoveling yesterday. When the sun came out, it didn't get real warm, but the sun will definitely melt the snow. So
Larry Riker got 30 inches. Oh my gosh!
Whoa! Where's Larry at? Larry he's in the
Jersey.
Northwest, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy in the Northwest? Sunday came in. I didn't know him. Remember? And I said, you got lions and bears. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, six-string Brian. Now, you're supposed to get the 30 centimeters, which we determined was 11.8 some inches.
I'm 30 inches there. Yeah, New York got it pretty bad. New Jersey, New York. But we lucked out where I'm at.
Yeah, we got the problem is, here's what happened. First of all, when it started snowing and we got the 4 inches here, it was that wet snow. So it's the kind of snow where you're shoveling and you toss it. Most of it goes, but just enough stays on the shovel to make it heavy. So you got to bang the shovel, get that off of there. And I'm not taking a can of Pam out and spraying my snow shovel with Pam. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
Light.
Okay.
We had one period.
One
period we had was a little light, sleet, but most of it was pretty. Thank goodness.
But what happened after the snow peaked at about 3.5, 4 inches. Then we got the sleet and the freezing. The rain where you can actually hear it hitting the house, not because it's raining so hard, because it's icy rain. So now you got that daggone crust, and my poor little doggie, she's walking and she's just heavy enough that she crushes through there. She had a hard time going outside and doing what doggies are supposed to do when you take them out. But anyway, what's going on in the chat? Oh, we're down to 23. People are leaving us. 12 inches. No, wrong mouse. I got two computers going, guys. 30 inches in New Jersey. Wow. That's 2.5 feet. Wow, Larry. Jesus Christ. Yeah, New York City that was like a lot of snow. A lot of snow. I can tell you a story about New York City and snow. Me and my wife went up there and they had a big blizzard. That was wild, and it was windy.
I got a video of the. I can play a video of my.
Do it.
Let me see. Let me get it up here. Hold on.
Do it. I'm getting a little late. I'm gonna have to refill.
I think I can do it in here. Share. Application window. Chrome tab. You can see that, right?
Yeah. Should I mute?
No, I'm not going to play the audio.
Okay. Oh, that's your place?
Last night, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you got a lot more. You got double what we got, Mitch.
Yeah.
Like what you have on the rails of your.
Yep.
Okay, ours is about half. The rail on my back porch is about half of that.
And I had a little bit more than that this morning, so.
Oh, you had bigger snow. We never had big snowflakes like that. We had just, the small flakes that just kept coming and coming and coming, mounting up. Nice porch, dude. I like your porch.
Yeah, it's the
Now, is that the front of your place or the back?
Well, it's, how do I explain it? Because it goes out narrow, because I'm in
Yeah,
a
right.
room.
Oh,
So-
right.
so
Okay.
The
right.
narrow part shows the road. So, but that's the
Okay.
way we go
I got
out.
you. Yeah.
I can go out
Okay.
front or back, but
I
we go out
got
that
you. I
dimension.
got you. I got you. All right, let me try to catch up here in the chat and see what you guys are talking about. We got double that 9. Oh, Brian, you're in Ohio.
No,
Yeah, Brian, he did all right. He didn't get too sore. I asked him in another chat.
or
He
in
didn't get too
Indiana,
sore.
Ohio, Indiana.
He's in Indiana. No, who's in Ohio?
I forget.
He's in Indiana. He's in Indiana. I get mixed up. Dave Stafford's in Wisconsin. Brian is in Indiana. I knew that. All
I
right.
hate it. I hate snow.
Well, dude, we didn't get any last year. None.
I think we
the
had
most
one.
got
We
was-
had one storm last year.
Yeah, it was less than an inch. At least in Baltimore, it was less than an inch. So
But usually we're going to typically get more than what you get normally.
So, Doc, is it warm down there in Texas where you're at? You get warm weather all year round, or does it get cold? I think it get cold down in parts of Texas. Ohio has no reason to live. Brian S. is in Ohio. I thought he was in Indiana. Oh, he's in Indiana. He is I had it right. He is in Ohio.
He is in Ohio.
But he's an Indiana fan. Okay. He grew up in Indiana, I think.
He's from Indiana.
From it. Right.
I'm from Baltimore.
Me too. Well, outside of Baltimore.
You still are, yeah. And I would never move back here.
Now, my wife was actually born in Baltimore City, but they moved out. They
So
moved
was
out
I.
to the county. They moved out to the county.
I was born in the city.
Oh, were you?
Yep. I lived by Gwinnett Park.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Probably where you probably.
Well, that's right on the, yeah.
Golfing at Howard Park, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Forest Park.
Forest Park. I used to get the golf balls when I was a kid.
There you go.
Get
Sure.
chased off there all the time.
That's cool. That was fun. It's always fun getting chased when you're a kid. We used to throw snowballs. We used to throw snowballs at cars, and every once in a while somebody would stop. But we were like, they had to run up a hill and go through a barbed wire fence to catch us. So they never caught us. That was fun.
We used to get
there'd be 10 or 15 kids bombarding a car with snowballs. And every once in a while, some guy, road. This is like 1960s road rage. God, get out and try to chase it. That was the most exciting thing as a kid. Oh my God, we got to run! So we'd run across this big field. Because by the time got up the hill and tried to crawl through the barbed wire fence, for an adult, it would be difficult. So he never caught anybody. Nobody ever got caught.
We lived in the city until I was like 10 or 11. Actually almost 12. But I remember going to the movie theaters when I was a kid. It was a quarter in Baltimore City. And I remember seeing the Beatles movie, Help. And
you didn't see them both at the same time?
What?
You just saw the one? When I went, it was Help and A Hard Day's Night.
No, it was just Help.
Oh, wow.
If I remember correctly.
Okay.
But now they make you leave during intermission. But back then you just stayed. I think I stayed
right.
three times.
We did that
three times in a row. I watched it like 3 times in a row.
I didn't really get I didn't think it was that great. I like Superman better. But I remember we sat and watched Shazam or some stupid thing. I didn't like it that much, but we stayed and watched it twice. Yeah,
that was a
we
different
could do
time.
that back
parents didn't. I'm like 8 years old. going 9 years old, going to movies by myself. You know,
Well, we
like
go
2
to the
miles from
movies
the house.
at York Ridge Shopping Center, Timonium. We go there and we watch. And next door to the movie theater was a what was the Woolworths? And you'd get this big. I mean, it was like this long thing of popcorn, and it was like 20. It was 10, 15 cents. And if you bought the popcorn in the thing, you got in the movie theater, you got a little box, and it was more money. And they would let us bring the popcorn in from next door into the movie theater. It's like, if you think about that today, that no way that's happening. York Ridge, remember that? Remember that, Jesse?
That was
just a second, Jesse. The Geno's was up across from the fairgrounds. Yeah, but you're right. You got the right. You got the. I'll tell you a cool story.
My wife still just she'll go to dollar store and buy candy and bring it into the theater.
We've done it before. We've done it, not recently, a year ago or
we haven't been in movies. It's probably been every year since we've been in movies.
You go to the movie theater, it's like, what? Let's say
it's expensive.
We'll round it off $15, $20 for 2 people to go see a movie, even if you get your senior citizen discount. But you go in and you buy the popcorn, a soda, and some candy.
It might be like $30.
It's $30.
It is.
Are you kidding me? That's insanity.
But it seems like
they got hot dogs and they got all kinds of.
But
crap
the popcorn there, we have a nice theater up here. It is good popcorn.
Yeah, definitely.
But we just paid this. We just paid to see that Tom Hanks movie, News of the World, and that was $20.
So this story's for Jesse. I'm going to tell a story. I love to tell my stories. So back in the day, you had McDonald's in the Baltimore area. You had McDonald's and Geno's. They were the only, and this is before I don't think Burger King. Yeah, Burger King hadn't come about yet. So this is like 760. This is very early 60s, 62, 63, 1962 or 1963. And you had these Geno franchises. Geno's was Gino Marchetti, was a Baltimore Colt, big defensive end, big or tackle. He was a badass, and he was cool. Marchetti, everybody loved him. So he had a comp. It was, and these 2 places were within 200-300 yards of each other. One was on one side of the street. They were right by the state fairgrounds where they had the Maryland State Fair and the horse races for a week. Okay. Well, right around this time was the beginning of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And they had just started out and they teamed up with Geno's. So you had eventually you had Geno's hamburgers, and they had a Geno Giant, which was their equivalent of the Big Mac. And they had, hamburgers, the good French fries to die for. Okay. Well, where I lived was about, I'm going to say, a half mile from where the Geno's was, the street I lived on. Okay. And as a little kid, that half mile is like a day, So I'm sitting out in the front. We had a big front porch and a hill down to the road from our house. So our house was raised from the main road. Okay. And I'm sitting on the porch, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this music, and here comes a stagecoach like you see in the Westerns. It was like, what I thought as a kid, it's like, this isn't real, So, and there's this guy with a white beard and a mustache sitting on top of it, waving to everybody. So I run down. They give me a stash of this thick of like pieces of paper that would be like a placemat. If you were at a table, you could use this for a placemat. And every one of these had free Kentucky Fried Chicken things on it, had a coupon on it. My dad was like, "Where did you get that?" I thought I was getting in trouble because I don't know where everybody else was in the family. It's just me, my brother, my father, mother. And I said, they thought I was making this up. I said, a stagecoach just went by with horse. I mean, it was being drawn by horses, and there was music playing on it. And this guy was Colonel Sanders, was waving to everybody. And I ran down, and I guess because I was a cute little, 5 or 6 year old kid, or 4 or 5 year old kid at that point. 60, 57. This is probably like 60, 61, 62. I was, and we ate that chicken let me tell you, when Kentucky Fried Chicken first came out, that was the shit. That was the best. You couldn't get anything better than that. Of course, everything changes. Still good, but not like it was in the 60s. So anyway, that's my story for tonight.
And you're sticking
that
with
in the Bahamas. I'm sticking that's a fact. That happened.
I did like the Gino Giant. They were good.
I thought it was better than the Big Mac.
I think they put more sauce on.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe, and back in those days, you didn't care. Now today, like when I get a Big Mac, I wipe some of the sauce off of it.
Obviously, I tell them to put more on. They don't put enough more up here.
Dude, is that right?
Obviously, I must not care if I'm 80 or 100 pounds overweight. So,
all right, Mitch. 10 o'clock. We're down to 23 people watching. I think we
all
can.
right.
Finger licking chicken. Finger licking good.
Guys, thank you.
Thanks, you guys rock. Everybody. Here, this is I never refilled the glass, just with ice. I milked one drink the whole night, so might have sounded like I was slurring, but I do have a bad lisp, so I'm really not that buzzed. But I will get buzzed now that the show's over. So cheers, everybody! Thank you so much. Come back next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, be safe.
Absolutely.
See y'all later. Bye.